show, this featured hour that happens here every single Tuesday on the live streaming community of Meet Me at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Hello, everybody, everyone who is just tuning in and joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome here. If you are new on here, please make sure that you hit that favorite star. Thank you for the cherries and the happy face. And the football. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I'm really excited to be here. Unfortunately, I was not able to be here last Tuesday, but most Tuesdays we are here. Okay, it's just that life be lifing sometimes, and we do what we can. But just this month on September, we turned three, you guys, 3 years of Meet Me and 3 years of me being on the platform. And that makes me really proud and really happy. Thank you, Papa Bear. I'm really happy and excited. I was never able to find out exactly what day in September we got featured, but it is what it is. It's okay. We don't need to celebrate on the same day. We can celebrate another time when I figure it out. It's all good. But what's important is that Own It just turned 3 and the platform has elevated, the platform has gotten better. And hopefully your experience is the same, right? Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. So today we have a great show, as I like to say every single Tuesday. But before we start with the show, thank you. Thank you. Before we start with the show, I do have a couple of disclaimers that we have to talk about every single time, every single show before we start the featured hour, okay? Because we are a featured show, even though we're still live streaming and doing what we always do. Featured shows are a little bit different, okay? We do have some rules and regulations that we have to follow, okay? I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or be insulted, but thank you. So because it's a feature show, we have to follow certain guidelines. So I'm gonna do my best to remember them all, the most important ones anyways. And before I do that, quick reminder to hit that favorite button up here and follow me so you can check in and check it every single Tuesday when we go live, okay? Also, quick reminder, follow me on Instagram as well, because I'm always there, okay? So if you have concerns, feedback, whatever it is, as long as it's positive and respectful, I'll always get back to you within like 48 hours. So I do want you guys to engage with me, and I want to continue to build this amazing community. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and give the disclaimers, okay? And also let you guys know that today, unfortunately, we don't have an intro because we're having technical issues. My admin emoji J is having technical difficulties, which is totally okay. It happens sometimes. So unfortunately, today we're not going to have a show intro, which I love so much, but it's okay. Things happen. So I want to go ahead and give a couple of disclosures and a couple of reminders, okay? So reminder number one, we are a featured show. Thank you, Papa Bear. We are a featured show. So what this means is that we do have to keep the chat respectful, okay? And this is not even a featured show thing. It's even during my own streams. I like to keep it high vibrational, inspirational, positive in here. This is a safe space for people who are genuinely interested in building a positive community. And if that's not you and you're new, you're more than welcome to exit the show, the stream. But on here, on this community, on my community, on this feature show community, we build and we talk about positive things, inspiring things, and things that are going to help us propel and get to the next level. Not anything that's going to drag us down or make us sad or negative. No. We don't want any of that here. So that is the first disclaimer. Keep it respectful here on the chat, in the chat box, towards myself, towards my guests, okay? Make sure that we're keeping it inspiring and high vibrational. If you're new, welcome. I So I just want to say hello. Welcome to Own It. This is a feature show. The other disclaimer is, please, if you are a guest, one of my two guests in the show today, that's so cute. I want to remind you that driving and being a guest, it's not allowed. So please do not drive. Please don't be pulled over in the car. It would be way better if you're just, somewhere, doesn't matter where, but as long as you have good lighting and I can see you and everyone can see you and you're not driving, that is amazing. The other thing is, oh my gosh, it's not my birthday, but thank you. Well, Own It's birthday. Duh. Own It's birthday. Thank you. So if you have kids, please, no kids allowed, no kids allowed, okay? No kids allowed here. So no driving if you're a guest. That is so cute. Thank you so much. I've never seen that one before. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So no kids, no driving allowed, okay? And what else? Keep it respectful. And I know there's one more thing. One more thing. Thank you. One more thing that I'm forgetting. I got all distracted. Oh, yes. One more thing. So I know that up until now, I've been able to say thank you and react to your gifts and to your
L L L L L L.
So much, you guys. I am so grateful. I don't even know how to mute the gifts. I thought I had muted the gifts before. I'll try to do that later. But I just want to say, if you guys are sending me gifts or interacting in the comment box, if I don't address you individually right away, I will be doing Thank you so much, my loves. Those are so cute. Gift audio. Okay, found it. Perfect. Thank you, thank you. Can you guys hear me okay though? I appreciate the gifts so, so, so much. Truly, 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 truly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I love all the gifts. I just saw a whole bunch of gifts that I haven't seen at all. The SpongeBob, the little man with the chemistry thingy. There's the wolf. I hadn't seen any of those. So thank you guys so much. I will be taking breaks in between the show to give shout outs, proper shout outs to people who are favoring me, people who are gifting me, people who are interacting. Even if you're not gifting, if you're interacting and feeding the conversation in the chats, I do have my chat on, okay? My comment box is on. So I will be taking breaks and giving proper shout outs to all of you guys, because I really, truly do appreciate you all for being here. Even if you're not gifting, your energy is appreciated and just being part of the conversation. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you for that. So I just wanted to say that if I don't address you right away, I always say this, unless it's a jet or a dragon, those I have to interrupt anybody because we just have to, right? But other than that, I would like to really respect my guests and not interrupt as they're speaking, so they can also share their stories and what they have to say, okay? So without further ado, I want to say welcome to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour that happens here exclusively in the live streaming community of Meet Me every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time if you are on the same side of the world that I am. My name is Cicely. And yes, even though I don't have a Cuban name, I am Cuban, okay? That's why I go by that, Cuban girl, because I am very proud of my roots. Not only my roots, I'm actually an OG Cuban. I was actually raised in Cuba up until I was 14 years old. And people are always so in shock when I say this, because they say I don't look Cuban and they say that my English is great, which I appreciate, but I just wanna, it's funny because people are usually like, no, you're Cuban, but like, where are you from? And I'm like, from Cuba. I'm from Havana. Like I literally grew up there. I moved to Miami when I was 14. So I'm 100% Cuban. So because of that, I'm very proud of my roots and where I come from. And I go by that Cuban girl on my social media and on here. But my name is Cicely. And the reason I do this show on here called Own It is because for the last 12 years, I have lived in Los Angeles, California, and I have been pursuing, or I should say, I pursued a career in entertainment. Pursued a career in entertainment. Thank you so much for the compliments. And I did a little bit of everything. Okay, from modeling. I started as a model. Well, in reality, I started on a reality show in Miami, but the reality brought me to LA, and then I started modeling, acting. I was a ring girl for boxing for a long time, for 4 years. What else did I do? Beauty queen. Just last year in 2024, I made top 12 at Miss Universe Cuba. So I have done quite a little bit of things. I've done a lot of things in entertainment. I'm a public speaker, host. I've done it all. You name it, I've probably done it all. And I started as a streamer a few years ago because just like you, I wanted connection. I wanted a broader way of connecting and meeting new friends and new people and a new community. And so when I had the opportunity of having this feature show, I took it. And Papa Bear is one of those people who, he's here right now. He's also one of my guests today on the show. He's one of those people that have known me since the very, very beginning of my streaming days, the very beginning of Own It, back to 2022. And I love doing Own It because it gives me the opportunity to bring everything that I have learned in entertainment and in my life to this platform and share it with you guys and share actual tips and share live experiences and help you guys also become the best versions of yourselves that you can be. And this is exactly what Own It is all about. Own It is all about you and I becoming the best versions of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. I believe that we're all unique in our own ways. We all have a story that is worth sharing. We all deserve to speak our truth and to share the things that we've been through. And in my opinion, everything that we go through doesn't make us more or less than anybody else. It simply makes us unique. Okay, so whether you can relate to myself or relate to my guests, we're all different people, the three of us, very different people, but I'm sure that you can relate to even maybe a little tiny bit thing of me or them, right? If you can relate to me, that's fine. You can at least relate to one of them. And that is the whole intention with Own It, you guys, that you find inspiration, that you find positivity on this platform, that you know that you're not alone, that you know that owning who you are makes you unique, whether, owning your flaws, owning your virtues, it makes you extremely unique, but because it makes you you. So today we have a very special show, and I'm going to go quickly over what you can expect in today's show, okay? So today, thank you for the favorite, Mark. So today we have two amazing guests, as we always have during Own It. I always have two guests. So if you're interested in becoming one of my guests for the show, please make sure to contact Emoji J and he will add you to the guest list, okay? So what you can expect moving forward from this point forward in the show is this. I'm going to go ahead and invite my first guest of the day. We're going to have conversations about the topic of the day, which I will share momentarily with you. So I'm going to invite my first guest of the day. We're gonna talk for a few minutes. Then I'm going to, after that, share with you the quote of the day. After the quote of the day, I'll invite my second guest of the day back, not back, but invite him in the guest box. We're gonna have a conversation, and then I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for the moment and give you a couple of tips based on the topic of the day. And lastly, what I'm doing is I'm going to invite both my guests back together in the guest box for final thoughts and to ask them one question that I always ask my guests on here. I guess I'll give it to you now. Well, no, you know what? I'll wait to tell you what the question is. Papa Bear knows. But I'm going to bring both my guests in the guest box to ask them one question that I always like to ask them at the very end of the show. Okay. And with that, we'll end our featured hour. Of course, in between all of that, I'm going to stop and, give shout outs. So when I give the quote of the day, I'm going to also give the shout outs for my top gifters, for top gifters and people in the comments who are actually engaging and asking questions or whatever it is. So that is what you can expect today on Own It. I hope you enjoy it. And please contact me and keep up with me and stay connected with me on Instagram, okay? So thank you again for being here. Welcome to Own It, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and invite my first guest of the day, but so you guys, did you both request who wants to go first? So let me share with you guys actually as they do that, what the topic of today's show is. And I'm really excited about this topic because I didn't pick it for once. So I'm super excited. Actually, Papa Bear gave me 2 topic suggestions and I picked one of those suggestions because I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. It's something that I always love talking about. I'm all about this one thing. And so the topic of the day is upping your game. Upping your game. How can we elevate? How can we up our game? Whatever game means to you, it could be in your streaming life, it could be in your personal life, it could be in your professional life. I'm sure we're going to be talking about making a lot of emphasis on upping your game as a streamer because most of us here are streamers, right? Unless you're a gifter or a watcher, which is totally fine. But most of us are streamers, right? So I think we're going to be focusing a lot on that. But I love this topic because I am all about upping my game. I have been doing this actually this year, 2025. I have upped my game in many different ways. I'm super excited and proud of myself. And my biggest wish and one of my purposes right now is actually teaching people how to level up, how to up their game, how to have better, healthy habits, and how to monetize. That's also something that I love talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and invite my first guest of the day to Own It. Who is it? Okay, so Papa Bear. Okay, so let me introduce him to the show. He is no stranger to Own It. He's actually one of the godfathers of Own It. Papa Bear, I'm going to declare you the godfather of Own It because you're not only an amazing help during the show when you're needed, you do it without any interest behind you. You do it because you generally love the show and because we're friends and we've created this beautiful community on here and friendship. And I'm so grateful for you. And you've been here since the very beginning. So Papa Bear is a father of 2. He is an autism advocate. He is a musician, recently got back from the Philippines where he was visiting some of his streaming friends, started working on improving his stream setup again. So everybody, welcome to Own It, my dear friend, Papa Bear.
Oh, that's something.
Hi.
Except for my actual biological nieces or nephews, I've never been called a godfather before. So I just happen to know if you're requesting the box right now, not going to happen just because this is guest time. If you are interested in being a guest, hit up Emoji J. There we go.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Papa Bear. How are you? Well, yeah, you're officially godfather of Own It.
Wow. Whew. I'll probably add that to my bio now. Whew.
Yay! I literally just came up with that.
I'm like one of the OG guests, but godfather of Own It. I like it.
I love that. How are you today, Papa Bear? For all of those who maybe surprisingly might not know you on here, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, and for some of them, it won't be that surprisingly because for the last few months, several months, I've had to tone it down quite a bit because it's just family stuff and life stuff. And I just was like, yeah, we got to tone it down. And now I'm like, I got to come back. You know, I enjoy doing this. I love music. I'm a musician. And this is a great opportunity to share music with people through live streaming. So, and then I've been, you know, I was getting lazy before I stopped coming. And like my previous setup was the back wall of my bedroom, which I had a Filipino flag because I love the Philippines, and a map. And then I'd sit on the edge of my bed and I'd just talk to people. And it's like, okay, kind of works. But
Did
then
you stream while you were at the Philippines?
I did a little bit, just a little bit, but mostly I've just been, this visit was all about visiting the people I know there. So people are like, oh, did you go to the beach? Did you go to da, 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 da? I'm like, I met the people I know. I hung out with their families. I saw the culture stuff that you don't see as a tourist. So I got to sit with a friend of mine, Icy Doll, who streams here occasionally, and her kids and her extended family because somebody was having a wedding celebration. And I got to eat, you know, all sorts of, you know, traditional Filipino food and do karaoke. And I got to eat balut. And if you don't know what balut is, hit me up privately because we're not going to share it on a featured show. It's a unique dietary option.
I love that. So yeah, Papa Bear, I know maybe a little more, how should I put this? I know, so the reason why you went to the Philippines, I'm so excited for you, so happy for you. But I just want to say, how do you juggle all these things that you do with streaming as well?
And that was the question. And that was where I was struggling. And actually, the trip to the Philippines is also part of upping my game because this is a trip, excuse me, I've been working to make happen for like over 3 years. And I started streaming. I just hit my 4-year anniversary last month. I had my birthday just a couple weeks ago. And I was like, the first time was gonna like 3 years ago. I was gonna go for my birthday and my best friend Anzel's birthday, and we're gonna celebrate our birthdays, yay! And my house had issues. Okay, so I'll go next year or a few months later, and then COVID happened, and then my daughter needed help moving, so that took a lot of my savings, and and this year I just kind of went, you know what? There's always gonna be something. Let's just make it happen. We're going to go this year. I picked some times and said, okay, it's going to be around here. I told work I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks or so. And there you go. And made it happen. And it was all about meeting the people I've met through streaming. So I got 4 out of the dozen or so Filipino streamers I know I got to meet and hang out with.
A dozen?
Well, there's about a dozen people there that I know well enough that I'd want to visit, but there's 4 that were really, really the closest, my OG Filipino friends, and they were all kind of within the Manila area. A lot of my other ones are like Cebu or down in, you know, Mindanao or these different areas in the Philippines, which are literally hours, if not days of travel to get to because it's an archipelago, whatever that word is, island. It's a country of islands. Mm. There are 7,000 islands, and some of them are just, you have to take a boat to get here, and it's just complicated to travel sometimes. So I focused on 4, got to see the 4 of them. Thank you. That's the word. I still can't say it.
It's, you know, I was going to say it, and I was going to be like, I know the word in Spanish. I guess it's the same word, but I don't know how to pronounce it in English.
How do you say it in Spanish?
Archipiélago.
Yeah, I think it's like archipelago, something like that. Well, it's interesting. A little bit of trivia with the Philippines. Their word for spoon is cuchara,
yeah,
which is the Spanish word for spoon, because before the Spanish kind of took over the Philippines 800 years ago or whatever it was, the Filipinos, you know, they ate like this. They didn't have spoons. So the Spanish came and said, here, spoons.
Cuchara.
Cuchara. Okay, we got cuchara now. So that's the word in Tagalog for spoon is cuchara.
Yeah,
So-
they have a lot of words, it's Spanish words in the Philippines, and a lot of them have actually Spanish last names as well.
Yep. Most of the people I know in the Philippines have Spanish sounding last names. We have in English, we have two words that we got from the Philippines, from Tagalog. Random, I'm going off on a little tangent here, but it's what I do. One is the word for mountain in Philippines or in Tagalog is bundok. Bundok, which sounds like boondocks, far away. Bundok is mountain, and mountains are far away. And so the GIs in, way back, would go, oh yeah, bundok, and they interpret that as far away. So now the boondocks, we're talking about someplace away, far away, but it comes from the Tagalog word for mountain. And the other is the word cootie, which, the bugs, comes from the Tagalog word kuto, which is louse or lice. And so there's two words we get from Tagalog in English.
I love that. That's very interesting. It's good to know. I didn't even know that. So I love that. Yeah, I currently have a friend who lives in the Philippines, in Manila, but I've never been. I'm sure it's beautiful. So Papa Bear, you are the reason the topic of the day is upping your game. Tell me why.
Why? Again, I'm realizing, I guess the biggest thing, I'm looking at just the musical equipment I can see in front of me. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stringed instruments, ranging from worth of $60 for one of the old ukuleles to $1,500 and a couple $1,500 ones. And I'm like sometimes streaming, sometimes playing it for fun, but I have all this wonderful equipment. That's not counting the percussion and the keyboards and all the other equipment I have that are just kind of sitting there. So I'm in the process of getting rid of what I don't actually use. So I also have room to use what I have. And so I am seeing all this stuff. It's like, I need to, I love doing music. I have a blast doing music, and I'm just not using it enough. I'm not going out and finding, real life gigs, which is my next step, up in the streaming thing, do some recording, and then get some more gigs that are local music gigs that I can, pursue more music on a regular basis.
So basically you're saying you're upping your game when it comes to music.
Primarily, it's going to be upping my game when it comes to music, and part of that is streaming, part of that is live, and part of that is possibly doing some recording stuff.
So do you want to brainstorm with us? What are some ways that you're planning on upping your game with the streaming and the music and all of that?
One is I've been looking at, because I've also just been using my phone, and for what I do, for the music I do, it's just an acoustic guitar and me singing.
Yeah.
Just streaming on my phone has been working just fine. But I listened to it the other day and recording, it was like, okay, it sounds okay, but it's not that clean, pristine music sound that I hear, or if I record something at home that it picks up. I'm going to bless you. So bless you, yeah. And I started looking into not like sound cards. I don't want like a little V8 sound card, but other USB mixers or mixers that you can use with your phone for doing live music or streaming.
Yeah,
So,
and I think for music is really important, because I was going to say you don't really need all that stuff, but if you're a musician, you do need really good audio.
it helps. I mean, for what I do with the type of music I play, nobody comes in and complains and says, oh, your music, that audio quality is off. It's like, they're like, oh, hey, it's live music, it's acoustic. We can hear it. It sounds good. It sounds decent. Sorry. I have a bell. With one of my streaming friends, we do a duet of Hotel California, and she just pops in on certain lines, so I can pause my playing and then she'll say her line. But one of the lines is, I heard the Mission bell, and I forgot to put it away the other day.
Hotel California.
Yeah. And we just have fun with it. And so, like, welcome to the Hotel California, and then I'll stop playing. She'll be California, and so she'll echo some of the lines, and then she does a line. I heard her say, she said, and instead of whatever the line actually is now. She's done it the other way so long I can't remember what the actual line is, but she says, we're all Filipinos eating bowls of rice. Because she couldn't remember the actual English line. And so and it was like, someone said, hey, say this instead. And she's like, oh, I like that. So it works. We have fun.
That's right. After he's laughing, it's true.
It's a fun, it's a fun song. We don't do it as serious as people do. And we've done a couple other duets, but the only way to really do a duet live is you can't. So like I've recorded backing track for a duet, I Hate You, I Love You, or whatever the song is, and I sing the male part over a karaoke track, sent it to her, so now she'll play that and sing along with the backing track. And when it's a male voice, it's my voice, but recorded.
I love that. I want to make a quick pause and welcome everybody into Own It. All of you guys for just tuning in. I so appreciate your energy and your attention and for choosing this featured hour and being here. I know there are many shows going on right now, possibly many streams, but you chose to be here and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you to all of you who are gifting, who are favoring. I so appreciate you. I also want to remind you that please, show support to my guest, Papa Bear. He's an amazing streamer, a great supporter and friend, and now godfather of Own It. So please show your support to him, favorite him. He's up in his game in the streaming world, and he's an amazing musician and amazing person. So I want to say thank you for being here. And this is a featured show that happens on the Meet Me community every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time or 2 p.m. Pacific. Today's topic is upping your game. And right now I'm talking to my very first guest, Papa Bear. We're sharing thoughts about upping your game, just brainstorming, kind of talking a little bit, giving tips on how you can up your game. So Papa Bear, what are the next steps you think for you?
Yeah, one of those that just kept popping in my head right now was actually having, set times that I stream. Because up until now, it's like, unless I'm on a featured show or doing a guest on somebody else's, I kind of stream when I could fit it in. And unless, if that's how you do it, it's fine, but it's kind of like, an empty bottle floating down the river or something. It kind of is at the mercy of the stream, as opposed to if you set, like, these are the times, I'm still working out when those times are going to be. And when I have them, they'll be on my Instagram or on my profile here. So feel free to favorite me. I'm just saying. And my socials are on my profile too, I think. But I'll have a few different times that, like, these are for sure the times I'll be streaming every week to do live music. I also do a lot of, as you can tell, I like to talk. As my best friend will say sometimes, she's like, you talk too much. So I'm working on that one too. I'm upping my not talking so much game, but I will have set times, but I also do times where we just talk about stuff because I am an autism advocate. I'm a radical forgiveness coach. I'm a public speaking coach. I've done a lot of teaching. And so we'll do a lot of conversations about that also on my streams.
I love that. And I don't think you need to work on not speaking much. I mean, honestly, it makes my job easier because I'd rather have someone who talks a lot than somebody who I have to be pulling teeth because it makes it more difficult for me to get to know them or share things or know what to even ask them.
Yeah, when I've interviewed people and then their responses are like, yep.
I know. It's like, where do you pull from?
And Garfield, yes, radical forgiveness. Feel free to message me up. It's just an approach to forgiveness that I found really useful in my life. And I've had some amazingly horrific things that I've had to find ways to forgive people for, which we're not going to talk about here. But feel free again to message me either on Insta or here.
Yeah, and I want to also invite all the men, we have a lot of men here today, to connect with other men, because I think this is a little bit outside of the topic, but well, it could be. I think this is a way to up your game as well, because I think men need a lot of community, and a lot of times because of pride or ego or just how men are, they lack that community with other men. So if you're a man in here like Garfield, who I'm assuming is a man, maybe I'm wrong, but please connect with Papa Bear. He's an amazing person to connect and be friends with on here, and just build your community, especially if you're a male.
Yeah. And I've done on my stream, I've done at times where we'll have like more, I don't want to say intimate, but more personal conversations, and we will have it be where we're going to exclude anybody who I don't know. We'll just remove them from that stream for that conversation until we get to know them, because it's really hard to have conversation when you're dealing with stuff that's, you know, very intimate or personal, if random people could just be showing up and trolling or etc. But yeah, the other reason why a lot of, especially with the topics that I bring up, because they deal with SA, a lot of guys just, they don't know that it happens to other guys, because it's not, that's not what we talk about as a society. It happens to these people, but not us. And so when it happens to men, they're like, you know, so when I do talk about it, I have a number of people who come up during my streams, or when I talk, or when I teach with public speaking, they'll come up and be like, you know, the thing you're talking about, and they'll just point like, yeah.
Yeah, Papa Bear, I could sit here and talk to you for the entire hour, but because I do have another guest, I'm going to let you go for now. But please shout out. We're going to bring you back, but just tell everybody if you have anything going on.
Do I have anything major going on? Not yet that I can think of. I will, maybe even before I come back up again, come up with at least 1 or 2 times that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to regularly stream.
Perfect. And then remember the question at the end of the show. All right, Papa Bear, I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye. Okay, you guys. I just love Papa Bear. He has such an amazing spirit. He's such a good friend on here. Like, honestly, if you're a man, but even if you're not a man, but if you're a man and you need community or someone to, you know, kind of just have community on here, I highly recommend you connect with Papa Bear. I'm sorry about the lighting. I know it's very sharp right now, but I don't know, the lighting's changing, and I guess my phone is like processing it, so my bad. I look really white, but thank you guys for being here. Welcome to Own It. This is a featured show that happens here exclusively on the live streaming community of Meet Me every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, or 2 p.m. Pacific time if you are on the West Coast, on my side of the world. My name is Cicely. I am known as That Cuban Girl. And this is Own It. Own It is a feature show that basically it helps you and I become the best version of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. Because I believe that we're all unique and we all have a story that is worth sharing. So welcome. If you're new on here, please hit that favorite button, not just for myself, but for my guests as well. Because I believe, and I mention this all the time, I believe that the point of feature shows is for all of us to connect with one another, to uplift one another. And this is a safe space, a positive space, an inspirational space, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and give some shout outs, and then I'm going to move into the quote of the day. I want to address something. Somebody says work on phone quality. I have a great phone. Actually, I have 2 phones. But I'm using my better phone, which is a Samsung, for this stream because it has a better camera. I think it's because I have so much light coming through my window. It's kind of taken a while to adjust. But as long as you guys see me, that's all I care about. So you guys, let me go ahead. See, it keeps adjusting itself. I'm going to go ahead. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs. Okay, real quick, let me grab my phone and give some shout outs to my top gifters. Okay, where's the list? Okay, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Number 5, Empire, thank you. Number 4, Starter Packs, thank you. Number 3, Papa Bear, thank you. Number 2, AFT1111, thank you. Number 1, you guys, with 10,685 diamonds. I can't even see Jazz. I think it says Jazz Bernie Cole. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you so much for your support. Oh my gosh. I know I saw you gift me earlier, but you know, I couldn't tell how much or anything, which it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm so appreciative for the gifts, but thank you for such incredible support during the show. Appreciate you. If you're still here, I don't know. So that's my number one gifter of the day so far. Thank you. Let me give some shout outs also to Papa Bear, of course, who just got crowned as godfather of Own It. Let me see, everybody who's favored me, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Everyone who is engaging in the comments, which every single Tuesday, there's more and more people actually engaging in the comments, engaging in the conversation. And you guys don't know how happy that makes me, because diamonds are great. We all get excited when we see diamonds and we see the amazing gifts. I love that. But when I see people actually engaging in the conversation and actually being interested in the show and what we have to say, or the things that I want to give to you as, you know, just what I talk about, the tips that I share, that really fills my heart. So I'm so grateful every time you guys comment or have a question or ask my guests something. That makes me so happy. It also makes me happy when you support my guests as well. I love getting support, but when I see you guys supporting my guests, that fills my heart. So truly, thank you so much. So let me give some shout outs to Garfield. Thank you for engaging so much. Native Hottie, favorite that Cuban girl. Thank you. Ruben, Brandon, thank you for the favorite. Afti, thank you for the gifts. Jove, thank you for the favorite. Who else? I'm going up the comments. Who else? Started packs, thank you. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much. All of you guys who are supporting the show, thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the quote of the day, because as you know, the topic of the day today is upping your game. And you guys, I want to say too with that, if you want more tips on upping your game or on elevating your life, just make sure you follow me on Instagram, because especially starting tomorrow, I'm not going to say why or how, I'm going to be doing a lot of content of value for free, just, you know, as content on my IG. So make sure that you go ahead and follow my IG today, and you can keep in touch. But I'm all about upping and elevating. I have done a lot of that this year, and I'm so excited to share with all of you guys. So I found this quote, and fun fact, it was literally the first quote that popped up. I never just go with the first quote. I go with the quote that truly resonates for me. But this was the very first quote, and I read it and I was like, yes, this right here. You ready? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this quote. Drop a 1 right now if you're ready. Thank you. So it says, never chase what you want. Elevate your game until what you want chases you. Are you ready? Never chase what you want. Elevate your game until what you want chases you. And I have so many things I could add up to this and talk about this, but I am such a firm believer that chasing comes from lack. This could be a whole different show, but chasing anything, chasing women, chasing men, chasing relationships, chasing love, chasing money, all of it comes from a lack mentality, okay? A mentality and mindset is absolutely everything. When we stop chasing and we become, thank you, Angry Birds, for the favorite, become that version of ourselves that we truly want to be for ourselves, all of those things that you previously chased, you don't have to chase anymore. Because I heard this once and it stuck with me. Everything you're chasing is running away from you. Anything you're chasing is running away from you. If it wasn't running away from you, you wouldn't be chasing it, okay? So think about that. Stop chasing. Because when you become a magnetic person, when you become a person who doesn't need to change, all of a sudden, you start attracting everything that you want. Because like the quote says, everything you want starts wanting you. And now it's not a game of chasing anymore. It becomes a game of choosing. Okay, it's not, it stops being a game of chasing, it becomes a game of choosing, where you are choosing and it is choosing you. Okay, so with that said, I hope that that helped you, or that, you know, got to anyone on here. But I'm gonna go ahead and invite my second guest of the day to, careful with what you want though. Yeah, if you're a big manifester, for sure, you gotta be very aware of the things you're manifesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and invite my second guest of the day to the show so we can have a conversation that actually hit the mark for me. Thank you, I'm so glad. All right, so I'm going to introduce this person to Own It. He is a divorced dad of two, a streamer, a gamer, a singer, a voice actor, and in his own words, a general nerd. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It, Chaos Creature. Hello, welcome to the show. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I love the hats. I love the fit. Tell me about you.
I've lived all across the United States. Initially, first born in Brooklyn, New York, Van Nuys, Pennsylvania for 8 years, Nebraska for 17, Washington State for 13, and now I'm down here in Kentucky.
Wow, I was about to ask if you were from Texas, but no, Kentucky.
Yep. So you might hear a southern drawl come out. It's worn off on me already.
I love that. No, I love that so much. That's actually really cute. I don't know that many people that have a southern accent, so I love that. So tell me, Chaos, because you gave me a great bio, but I want to know, when did you start streaming? Why did you start streaming?
I actually started streaming in 2022, and it was just kind of like a sporadic type thing, because I was working full time. I was a dad. I had no social life other than just what was that going on at the household. And there was days I was like going, I need adult interaction, more conversation and all that stuff, but I can't afford to go out. So I went ahead and, downloaded the app, got on here and started meeting people, and yeah, pretty much been spot and go here for the past couple of years.
So since 2022, me too, actually. Do you remember what month?
I believe it was April.
So we started almost at the same time, because I started streaming at the very end of July. It must have been July 30th or something like that. And then my show got featured at the beginning of September, I believe. So we literally started like almost at the same time.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's crazy that I've never met you before, but I'm so glad that you're here. And, so as you know, today we're talking about upping your game. So what do you think about that?
I believe we all can do a little bit with that. Myself, I've been trying to do better and taking care of my health and everything. And it's like, I'm officially now like 4 months clean of nicotine. I haven't touched any of the green stuff since 2018. Haven't drank anything since 2016.
Oh my gosh. So you're like totally clean.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Yeah, Papa Bear says congrats. Congratulations, truly, because I am a social drinker, but I will say I'm very addicted to coffee. So I know how hard it is to quit something. I can't even imagine how hard it is to quit nicotine, because I've heard from smokers that like it's really difficult to quit. So congratulations on that. That's amazing.
Well, technically, I quit smoking cigarettes in 2013, and I had switched to vaping because, well, I was working as a landscaper and I was on a lunch break and just gotten done eating. I pull out my pack of Reds, pull out a cigarette, light it up. I'm sitting there relaxing, and the next thing I know, I pull out my little vape and I take a puff off of it while I've still got a lit cigarette in my hand. And I just start looking at myself and I'm like, wait a minute. I just actively pursued what tasted better than this thing.
So I just want to say that this, there are different ways of upping your game, and this is an amazing example of what it is to up your game. A lot of times we think about upping our game in very, I forget what the word is, very intricate ways or very like out of the norm ways. But something that may seem so simple, like quitting something like that, is actually upping your game because it's making you be healthier. And at the end of the day, health is wealth. So this is a prime example of what upping your game means too, which is quitting something that is ultimately not healthy for you. So I'm just curious, and because it's a feature show, we're only allowed to give our opinions. This is all our opinions, disclaimer. But in your opinion, what are the things that helped you say, okay, I can't do this anymore? Like, what helped you actually go through with it?
Well, the first part of it, what got me to like quit drinking and everything, was I was a brand new dad. And it's a little bit of depressing news, but I was sitting there holding my 3-month-old newborn child, and I was at a doctor's office visit, and he comes in and proceeds to tell me, that I have stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver.
Mm.
And so he looks at me, he goes, "You got 6 months to live." And I just tried to have my kid tried for almost 5 years to finally have him. And I'm just like, oh, what?
It was
I, oh yeah, I broke down, but from that day forward, I was like, I'm not going to even touch a single drop because I want to see this little boy grow up.
Yeah, and sadly, a lot of us wait for tragedy to wake up. And my wish for everyone on here, if you're listening, is that you don't wait for tragedy to strike for you to have a wake up call. Like, take charge of your life right now.
Because tomorrow's not spoken for. It's not promised.
Yeah, I just met you, but I just want to say how proud I am of you because I know it's not an easy road to take, but you're doing it. You're there. You're such an inspiration for everyone who's trying to quit something that they know is not healthy for them. So I'm going to invite everyone on here, like I did with Papa Bear, if you're a man, especially if you're a man. I know, I think it was Jeff who said earlier he's having some issues with addiction as well, to please contact Chaos Creature as well, be part of his community. I think men need a lot of community of men. And, that way we can all build each other, inspire each other.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, so Chaos Creature, I just want to say, I want to ask you, do you have anything you want to shout out right now?
Well, for one, I shout out Emoji J. He keeps booking me on all these shows, and I'm just like, oh my God, all right. This is technically day 5 of me doing featured shows in a row.
I love that. Emoji J is amazing. Emoji J, I always give him shout outs because he's been here obviously since day one. He's been the only admin that I've had officially, because I have like Beard Raider, somebody else who helps me sometimes, and then Papa Bear always is there for the show. But Emoji J has officially always been my admin, and he's the best. I always tell him I couldn't do this without him because I don't know, not even 3/4 of the people on the app. He knows everyone. And just when I think, thank you, just when I think that he can't book anybody new, he books somebody new like you.
Mm-hmm. He just literally shot up out of the blue and was like, "Hey, how do you feel about doing it?" I was like, "Sure, why not?"
I love that so much. Well, Chaos Creature, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm going to bring you back in the next 2 minutes with Papa Bear for final thoughts. Okay, if that's okay with you.
Oh, and just one other thing.
Yeah.
By looking at me, you probably wouldn't guess I'm Puerto Rican.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
What? You speak Spanish?
Poquito.
Oh my gosh, you look straight up American, like Southern boy. That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll come back in it, and
I love that. Well, everybody go favorite Chaos Creature. I saw that somebody gifted you, so thank you so much for doing that. I love when my guests get gifted and favorite and everything. But I'll see you in a couple minutes, okay, Chaos?
okay.
Okay. You guys, so yes, so we're in the last 4 minutes of the feature hour, and I want to make sure that both my guests jump in before the feature hour is gone. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here, for showing up, for all the comments, all the favorites. Ebony, thank you for the favor. I appreciate you. All the gifts, you guys. I appreciate you so much for the love. Thanks, Jeff. The love, the support, just being here every Tuesday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we close the show, a couple of reminders, okay, before I invite both my friends, my guests back. Yeah, my friends, my guests back on the show. Please follow me on Instagram, okay? Everyone who follows me every single show, I add to my close friends list, and that's so cute, Wednesday, and they get to see things before my regular followers do. So make sure that you follow me on my IG to be part of my close friends list, okay? That was the first. And what else? And that's it. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna invite both I keep saying friends. You guys are probably gonna, well, Papa Bear already is, but Gail's probably gonna become one of my friends on here. So I keep saying friends back in the guest box. So guys, request the chat, the guest box again. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called That Cuban Girl. It's not very active. It's kind of active. I have posted shorts lately, but I'm actually coming back to it very soon. So yes, follow me on YouTube. Thank you, love. Oh, okay. I'm trying to add you guys back on the show. Let me add Chaos. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome back. You guys know each other?
I don't think so,
The
Well,
first time.
but we do now.
Chaos.
Right.
Meet Papa Bear.
I know him and I both have some music background going.
And I got a little bit of Southern that comes out once in a while from my time I spent in Kansas, but mostly I'm a Northern boy.
I love that. You know what, you guys? I should have a music show, and I would love to have you both back in the next maybe 3 weeks from now. So Papa Bear, remind me, because I know you're really great at reminding me this stuff. So remind me to do a show, because I would love to have you both back to talk about music. Is that cool?
Yeah. Oh, hey, don't forget, you want to do a music show? Oh, you might remind you later. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Later. All right, you guys. So there's this one question Papa Bear already knows, but I love asking my guests at the very end of the show. What is one thing you can own up about yourself that you're proud of? It could be a flaw, it could be a virtue, but something that makes you you and you're proud of it and you own it.
My stubbornness to succeed. I never give up on something.
I got it. Mine's actually very similar. It's persistence, but yeah, same idea. Is like, that's why I got to the Philippines finally, is because I just kept going. And one of my best compliments I got from a friend was, you're never going to starve. I know you're never going to starve, because no matter what, you're going to find a way to turn whatever your situation is around. No matter how broke or desperate you are, you're going to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, I love that so much, both of those things. Resilience, not giving up, going after what you want, stubbornness, persistence. I love that so much. I'm where I'm at because of all those things. So I can definitely relate to that. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here, you guys. Rebecca is asking, can you play music for us? I mean, you're welcome to if you want to. You don't have to.
No, I was thinking of time, and I'm checking in on my voice here because I woke up Saturday morning with a chest cold, and it's mostly good. Yeah, could do something quick.
It's up to you, no pressure.
No,
Well,
go for it.
while you're doing that, so I had listed I do voice impressions. Have you guys seen Lord of the Rings?
Of course.
I have.
Do Smeagol.
Oh, can you do it?
Why, yes, I can, precious. Oh, Trixie, little hobbitses.
Oh my God, that was so good. I love Lord of the Rings, by the way.
I started doing voice acting when I was like a kid. And so I would just do random noises out of the blue, and my teachers would look at me and be like, why? Like one day, I chose as a kid, I pulled my arms into my sleeve, just to where my hands were sticking out. I walked into the classroom and I was going,
That is so good. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at impressions and I'm even more terrible at accents. I can't do accents for my life.
I used to do a thing in biology class, had all the sinks all around the room, and I always sat towards the back of any room I was in, and I just go, and I just do these little, and the science teacher would be like, and you go walk around and check every sink. And you go sit down again. And
Oh my gosh, that is so trippy.
I was, yeah, popular with my classmates, not with my instructors. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I got one here. This is called Don't Should on Yourself. I think I've actually maybe even played it here before once, way in the back. But it's an original. And I always announce the title because it's Don't Should on Yourself, because it's going to sound like something else when I sing it. That's just my accent. We all have things in life that we wish we would have handled differently. But if wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. It's better to live without regrets. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't should on yourself. You wish you knew then what you know now. It would have made things better somehow. You can run from your life, but you won't get far. Cause wherever you go, there you are. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself. If you could have done it differently, I would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself. You're in a hurry to worry all day long about everything that might go wrong. But worries like interest, don't you know that you're paying on a debt you might not owe? If you could have done it differently, I would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself. If you could have done it differently, you would have done it differently. Don't shoot on yourself.
Yay! I love that.
Oh, bravo.
That was so funny. I love that. I love that. I just sang that on the show before a long time ago, but it's such a fun.
It is fun, and it's one of those songs. It's a positive song. I had a girlfriend early on who I would sing for her, like, oh, hey, I wrote a couple more songs, sit down. And she's like, okay. And I'd start playing them, and one night she just went, do you have any happy songs that you've written? Like every song was just therapy in music for me. It was just like, oh, this terrible thing, oh, this awful thing, oh, this awful, everything was just sad and depressing. And I went, oh, I guess I could write a happy song. There's a thought.
I love that. Well, you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for being on the show today. You've both been incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, let's do a music show. I would love to have you back so you can sing and you can, whatever you guys want to do on the show and talk about music, we can do that for all my music lovers.
So like right before Halloween.
Oh, okay.
That's when it would be. It'd be like a week before Halloween or so.
Perfect. Yeah, we can always talk about it with Emoji J, and he can schedule the show, but I would love to have that. For all of you guys on here, thank you so much for tuning in, for the favors, for the gifts, for the comments. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you support not only me, but my guests, okay? Papa Bear, Chaos Creature, their streams, their Instagrams, all the things. Go support them and check them out. And yeah, shout out to all of you guys. Follow me on Instagram. I will be adding people to my close friends list right now as we say goodbye. And yeah, without further ado, you guys have been amazing. I love you, and I will see you here next Tuesday so you and I can own it. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.